What is up, guys? Today we're going to be showing you guys how to effectively use Taph inside of Forsaken. This this video is not necessarily a guide on how to use him, but basically just like a tips and tricks, basically. All good places to use all your abilities and all that stuff like that. Good spots for nests. Yeah. So this is coming from a dude who has a respectable amount of time on the Survivor and a respectable amount of time playing the game. So, you guys are gonna see what I can do. What you want to do is maximize efficiency by placing your tripwires next to spots where you have your trip mines. And obviously, that goes without saying, of course, because doing so makes it to where when they get hit, they either have to run through it or wait until the effect ends, meaning that the time that you spend staying at the spot is much longer and you waste a lot of their time. And you'll see here, this is a good spot here because you wanna make sure that you set up your traps here kind of like behind walls where they literally can't see it, let alone react. Doing so means that when they're gonna loop there, they don't know, and stuff like that, right? When you're playing Taph, you want to make sure that your teammates are good enough to know to loop around where your traps are. If they can't even do that, then you're playing with survivors who are basically shit and need to die. Somehow these dead weights are actually effectively not dying somehow. Now, another really good tip is to place your tripwires next to a sentry. Oh, I know. So, these guys aren't good. The killer is just really bad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this isn't exactly normal. Is he playing in first person? He's playing in first person, that's cool. That was not a good example of my capabilities, but I hope that first round kind of gave you guys the idea of what you want to be doing with this character, this survivor here. In our next match, hopefully we have somebody who's fake mango. This'll do. This will suffice here. Also, guys, I just wanted to tell you, I'm getting closer and closer to beating the event here. This event, if you ask me, was probably one of the most pathetic things they've done on Roblox. But of course this video isn't about that, and I don't give a fuck. I'm here to teach you how to get better at the game, not to teach the game how to get better at being a game. That's nice. What the? Alright. Honestly, that kind of person belongs, in Danny's world. You know what I mean? Alright. We'll show you on this map a good spot, because I know one. Right here. So, I just fucked it up. You ideally want to get it right here. So when they're running, you literally cannot avoid it. And then what you would do after is you'd put your tripwire here. And then you'd put your tripwire. Fuck. You put it right here. Okay, let's see if we could do this again. Yes. Okay. So that probably works. I have never tested it before. And yeah, so if they come on this side, it functions a bit worse here. Not if the killer's stupid though. So alright. That was nice. That was cute, actually. Yep, this guy's cute. City boy. Hemi. Anyway, what you guys want to do here is kind of just what you're doing is you're basically getting where you inconvenience the killer, both disabling the trip mine, and if they activate it, he just left. He just left. So far the past two matches haven't exactly been ideal. The past two matches haven't exactly been ideal for the teaching aspect of this video. Fortunately, I've still been filling your brain with knowledge through commentary, of course. And Of course, that is all you can ask for, realistically. Now I will, guys... Fuck. Now, guys, I will show you another really good spot here if I'm not the first one to start getting chased, okay? A good spot. Right there. I think I whiffed that. I'm pretty sure I whiffed that. It's because of minions, right? Let me give you guys the little idea here. There you go. Say coming through here. Killer's not gonna go to that. You know what I mean? You're not gonna, you know, he's not gonna go there. So then you come here. When this trip mine explodes, you're going to lure him. You're gonna come back around, alright? What that does is, if he's gonna be fought. Oh, watch this. Come on. Let's show. What the fuck? Alright, yeah. Look, come on. Okay, not exactly the perfect example. But guys, you can see what we're trying to do here and how it's supposed to work. Another good example. Thin walls are your best friend, right? Right? And then like that, yeah. So, when he comes around, whether that be because you're coming through here, you come through and he's gonna get hit, and then you're gonna keep running. And then this distance you're making here. Fuck. Anyway, you see the vision, right? You see the vision. Go ahead with 1-2 pop. And then go ahead with this. And then boom. This is the most basic idea that I can get. You're running through here. He gets hit. Either wait or go through. If you can force the killer to do that, make that decision, you are gaining distance effectively. It all comes down to map knowledge, pathing, timing, and then actual effectiveness and placement. You could miss one stud, and that'll be the difference between a trip mine going off and not. Try to learn the distance of your projectile throwing. Another spot I see happening a lot is here. It's because the killer gets little to no time to react. What makes this spot so good, though, is if you can do this. Right? This is literally amazing. Right here. Come through. Boom. Make that decision. They can't unless they throw a Nova or other projectile and get lucky. They cannot stop the trip mine from exploding. Now, if you really are being a dick, what you can do here, I do this sometimes on other spots. This isn't exactly a good example. You can double up on the tripwires. The amount of distance you gain from this is minimal unless you effectively space them out. You know what I mean? Now, you see this, right? So, I fucked up a bit, but you can see, even going in the wrong direction, it's amazing. Another amazing spot is this. Again, find thin walls at popular looping spots and force them to hit it, right? So look, he wasted a Nova, but he wished he didn't do that. So now, you come through here. Sorry, my dog's acting up. Yeah. Hey, lay off the treats, buddy. Anyway, this isn't as optimal of an example here. He's stupid and he's dumb. This is such a good spot, especially if you... This is a good double up here. This is a good double up. You see this? Watch this. Watch this go into play here. Boom. Can't do anything. Exactly. I just don't know what to do. As that last round just demonstrated, we are completely and utterly gods at playing this character. But even gods have room to improve. Just look at, Icarus. He wanted wings, right? We're not gonna fly too close to the sun, though. Okay? What we're gonna do instead is we're gonna get wings that aren't made out of wax, alright? And we're gonna fly fast, and we're gonna fly high. Okay? So, what the fuck? Now, I'll show you guys another really, really good spot, right? This. And then boom. Motherfucker. So when he comes through here, he's gonna be chasing you, but you're gonna be able to run. You're gonna run over here. So this guy's just not smart, huh? This is no. And see, guys, even here, where they're running, they're not gonna have enough time to react to that. You know what I mean? Even then, it's like they're gonna be click, just off cooldown, and then like another click, right? You know what I mean? Unfortunately, the guest didn't come to us, and none of the survivors really played around our traps that much. But you guys can see the looping potential in the areas, right? It's absolutely phenomenal what you can be capable of with this survivor. You can force the killer into making them not like you so well, and I love this character for it. It's so good because like you don't even really need to do much in terms of skill. It's knowledge, and I'm vastly knowledgeable. When you're coming through here, I would consider this nearly a dead zone. Like, it's not really like, I just don't like it, right? But you're coming through here, boom. They get hit with this, and then boom. They get hit with that. You make them do the choice again, right? This is the fated choice that all killers will make eventually when going against a Taph. It's simply a choice of losing distance or losing distance, and that is the core of this survivor. Let's see it in action. How about it? So, alright, I fucked up. It's a little too late now. Holy shit! Thanks, dude. You're a fucking noob and you're sending the... Alright, whatever. I don't know if you did. Anyway, I would really like to ask the question why the noob isn't getting rid of the minions here. I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but I'm gonna have to fucking contribute. Oh shit. Oh hell no. Oh fuck. I didn't expect that. Come on now. Who do you think I am? Bitch! Anyway, guys, that concludes today's video on basically just tips and tricks on playing Taph, right? I'd say this character is really fun if you know what you're doing.